Hello everyone. This is the ride back home from the Welcome to Antique site. Here it says, come again. I think we will do that in the future. As we can see, the weather looks nice ahead, and actually it didn't rain on us one drop this trip, so that is nice. The people who live here, they have a really nice view from the mountain down out over the ocean. Sometimes I wish I could carry stuff on my head like this guy was doing. So this sign here says watch out for falling rocks. It might contain gold. Some nice houses and gardens here on the side of the road. Someone building a new house. Here we're coming up to the big construction site again, repairing the roads after previous landslides and those kind of things. If you haven't watched the previous video about this drive, here is, I wouldn't say always, but quite often landslides and stuff like that when we have a typhoon coming through with lots of rain. So these roads are always subject to landslide when we have really bad weather. So there is always construction going on to repair the roads and fortify them for the next time. As I said in the previous video, the temperature is a few degrees cooler up here than it is down at sea level. There is another doggy that thinks he owns the road. About the climate up here in the mountains. Whoops! There's a water buffalo crossing the street. Yeah, about the weather up here. Another doggy. Again, about the weather up here. I'm not sure, but it feels like it is less humid up here as well, because when you descend the mountain, you can feel the heat and the humidity coming at you like a wet towel. So I think there is less humidity up here as well. If anybody knows the truth about that, you can please comment in the comment section. Really bad part of the road coming up here. I will guess this is some kind of damage after some heavy rains in the past. They are doing a lot of fortification works here as well to avoid things from getting damaged when we have heavy rainfalls. So it might just be that kind of work that's going on as well. But there is a lot of work going on these roads at all times. There we have a little cow to the right. Here we have a modernized jeepney going up the hills. Another dog roaming the streets. Honk honk, a big truck thinks I'm driving too slow. The cow driver wants to be on the video. I wouldn't say I'm driving too slow, I would say he's driving too fast, but that's how it is here. Then also, it's easier to drive here if you drive here every day. This is just my, second time driving down this mountain. We have, as I said in the last video, we have been here before, about a year ago I think. road traffic injuries are the leading cause of death among Filipinos in the 15 to 29 years old bracket. So speeding down the mountain here might be fun, but it is also very dangerous. And since we have seen in previous videos that many people are not even using helmets, and that is another cause of the injuries being fatal. I think I read somewhere that it's about 12,000 deaths in traffic here every year. So to keep talking about this subject a bit more, here in the Philippines, the death rate is about 12.3 persons per 100k population. The same figure for Sweden is 1.98 per 100k population. With that in mind, I recommend everybody to be very careful when you're out driving in the traffic. If you're a Filipino or if you're a foreigner, you need to be very aware of what other people might be doing as well, and not just think about yourself. Uneven road coming up. Truck was really bouncing around. Luckily, I had a nice smooth ride there. It was just enough for me to pass by on the paved part of the road. Really uneven and patched road here, cracks and uneven connections between different road types. Here we're coming up to the rest stop again. We talked about it on the way up. The bus stop here, and you can buy some pasalubong for your friends and family. And for you who didn't watch the last video, pasalubong is kind of souvenirs you buy when you're out traveling for your friends and family. As I said in the last video, I think the pasalubong you can eat is the most popular one, because everybody here likes some sweets and stuff. But pasalubong is apparently everything that is a souvenir that you have bought when you're out traveling. And as we just talked about, driving these curvy mountainous roads without helmets, kids and everything on the bike, it is not good, but I understand why people do it, because they don't have any other means of transport. So unfortunately, that is how it is here in the Philippines. I really like the nature up here. It's lots of palm trees and kind of a jungly feeling, and that's not we have back home, so I really enjoy this. I would guess this to the left is a bike repair shop or a vulcanizer. We talked about vulcanizer in some videos before, and that is the tire repair shop here in the Philippines. You have vulcanizers almost everywhere. You can just stop if you have problems with your tires, and they fix it right up. So here we have the bridge we saw in the last video. It says keep right on this side, and we had and again we have oncoming traffic on this side. They're supposed to use the bridge on the other side, but as we are talking about traffic here in this video, that is how it is here. So you can't just think that, oh, it says I have the right of way here, and this lane, 2 lanes, is just for me going this direction. That is not the case here in the Philippines. You really have to watch out. Sign here to the left says watch out, falling rocks ahead. So what is this truck doing here? Is he going to force me into the mud here, or it's just gonna stop there? Okay. So this is another road construction site. They are clearing it up here after the latest landslide. I think we talked about it when we were driving in the other direction. You can see here how they have cleared the road from the dirt. There is dirt to the left and dirt to the right. So yeah, it happens from time to time. Landslides here, and then the road is closed for a couple of days usually, I think, before they have been able to clear the road and has made it sure that it is safe for traveling. Usually when you see smoke like that coming from a building, that usually means that there is some barbecue going on. Pork or chicken perhaps, so if you are hungry it might be worth to check it out, see what you can get. So we are about down to sea level now, and as I said in the video before, the road going down to the right here, it takes you down to a lot of beach resorts and stuff. We're gonna visit there later in some kind of video. Again, in my rule book, a vehicle who has an obstacle on his side of the road has to yield on the oncoming traffic. But now in the Philippines, the bigger car goes first, so you have to keep an eye out. Oh, here we see the broken down truck. He has got some help now. We saw this truck when we were going in the other direction. Here we see some other traffic safety. Instead of putting out some traffic cones or something, you just put a cement sack and put a leaf from a palm tree in it. It might seem like I am doing a lot of complaining about the traffic here. That is not really the case. I am merely pointing out the big differences between how the traffic is here compared to what I'm used to back home from Sweden. And since this is all new to me, yeah, it might be sound like a lot of complaining, but I'm learning to roll with it. It is how it is, and I'm not here to change anything. That is not for me to try to change things here. I'm just pointing out how it is here. And once again, the right lane does a disappearing act here, just vanishing into nothing. No signs, no nothing. Here is the gas station we filled up our bike on the way up. To the right we have a cemetery. Contrary to Sweden, many graves here are above ground graves. I've heard different reasons for that. Some was that it was more common for above ground graves where there is a lot of flooding going on. But I'm not sure. I tried to Google it, but it seems like in-ground burial and above-ground burial is about the same here in the Philippines. So if anybody knows, I would like to know. So this is the center of San Joaquin. Got a supermarket there to the left. Here we have a big old tree in the middle of the right lane. I like it that they preserve the trees, but in my mind they could be a little bit more marked so you don't drive into them. Here we're coming down the hill from San Joaquin, coming down to the ocean. They have a kind of esplanade going on here along the beach. As I said, we're going the other way. We haven't explored it, but might do so in a future video. And again, here in San Joaquin, you have the Garin farm. We talked about a little in the last video. And the turn is here to the left to go to Garin farm. The pilgrimage farm, as it's also called. And here once again on both sides of the road, the right lane does just not exist for a few meters. And I asked in the last video if anybody knew, please let me know in the comments. And I don't think I've seen any comments about that yet. So if anybody know why it is like that, that sometimes the right lane is just disappearing for a few meters and then coming back, please let me know. In some places they still have the African swine fever checkpoints. I never seen anybody being stopped there, but they have the checkpoints. For those who are wondering about the gas prices, in the weekend here that just passed, I paid 65 pesos for my gas, 91 unleaded for my bike. That is a bit down from when we were just above 70 a couple of weeks ago. Again, we have a pole in the middle of the road. At least there was a couple of cones to mark it out. We have a truck in the middle of the road. What's going on here? Just doing some kind of turning around. And we are back at the bridge construction we saw on the way up. I wonder if I can go down the sneaky road where the other motorcycle drivers went when we were waiting on the other side. I can't quite see it because this tricycle in front of me. And now I got a veto from my backseat driver as usual. No sneaky here for me. Here we go. Oh, he drives through the tent there even. There is the sneaky road. Well, it doesn't seem to be that fast when it's open up here. So I didn't miss out, I guess. Oh, there he comes. I don't know if you have noticed, but the power lines out here is really nicely drawn and hang up nicely on the post. It is not that kind of spaghetti thingy you can see sometimes from pictures from the Philippines. I don't know how it is here in this part of the island, but I know that inside Iloilo, the mayor has said he wants the lines to be nice and neat and not be bird's nest or spaghetti or whatever you want to call it. So they are getting it better nowadays. Break for animals, break for life, it said on that bridge. I don't know if that is a thing here in the Philippines, that you don't brake for the animals on the road. If anybody knows, you can let me know in the comments if it is common that people just drive over the animals here. So this is the town of Miagao. Miagao? I'm not sure about the pronunciation, you know me. So to the right is their plaza and to the left is their church. That church is actually a national shrine included in the World Heritage List of the UNESCO. Next time I'm passing by, I'm gonna make a stop there and take some pictures and see how it is. really nice and big house there to the left. I have mentioned it many times before, but these yellow buses is the Ceres Liner, the bus company that takes you anywhere you want to go. They also have these white and orange buses. I don't know what the difference is between them. If anybody knows, please let me know. Another bridge construction going on. I'm guessing it's gonna be 2 lanes in each directions when the other bridge is done. Another doggy, not afraid of the cars and bikes. So when you see people standing on the road like this, they're usually waiting for a tricycle or a jeepney to go by. And both of those vehicles, you just flag them down and they give you a ride. We have some rice drying going on here. So now we were in a mood for some snacks and some cold to drink, so we thought we should stop by a sari-sari store and have something to drink. Oh, here we have one. The backside driver thought this was a good one, so the main driver had to turn around and stop at this sari-sari store. So I'll end this video with a quick look about how one sari-sari store might look when you stop and buy some snacks and drinks. And thank you for watching. Let's see you in the next video. Have a nice day.